OSS Standard Offline Integration with Primo refers to fully offline Aperio locks that never connect to a controller or network and rely on card-based data exchange for both access rules and audit trail uploads. With online wired access control systems, cabling, connectivity, and maintenance drive up cost and complexity, especially across distributed sites. Historical offline access meant limited control, manual processes, reduced security. OSS changes that. Offline no longer means unmanaged or insecure. OSS uses secure credentials to carry access permissions, allowing offline Aperio locks to make local decisions while remaining centrally managed. At the center is the access control system, Primo, where administrators define who can access which doors and when. During card provisioning, keys are securely written to the user's credential. Offline Aperio locks then read the credential and make the access decision locally, no live connection required. When the credential is later updated, audit information is returned to the system via the OSS updater. From an administrator's perspective, the process stays familiar and they can control large sites without reprogramming every lock. An OSS site ID is required because it acts as the unique identity and security boundary for a specific site within the OSS offline system. Keys generated for OSS use must be securely stored and managed. Once applied, the key becomes a critical component of the OSS configuration and should be backed up appropriately, as loss of the key may require reconfiguration of associated credentials and locks. Customers may place updater readers at perimeter access points based on site layout and security needs. This checks and updates credentials before use on offline locks, reducing outdated permission risks. An OSS device is an offline lock that manages access to a door without the need for a continuous network or internet connection, allowing for local access decisions. When integrating OSS devices, it is expected that the device has been pre-configured using Aperio tools and assigned the correct door or door group ID. Now that the OSS site ID is configured, keys generated, OSS updater identified, and the OSS offline devices installed, we can proceed with enrollment. A credential holder is added in Primo. A secure credential is enrolled using the OmniKey enrollment device. Set the credential state to OSS enabled to specify that a card credential should be used to read write permissions for use with offline locks. OSS groups define the specific times and days when access to OSS devices is permitted for the credential holder. To provision smart cards for use with OSS, select the manufacturer and submit. So what does this mean for you? Lower installation costs, faster deployment, secure offline operation, central visibility and control. OSS delivers offline flexibility without operational sacrifice. This makes OSS especially useful in mining, large campuses, heritage buildings, student residence, remote sites, and warehouses. Once deployed, offline doors operate independently, and as a site grows, new locks can inherit the existing hierarchy. Credential holders simply present their credential, and it checks permissions locally, no live connection required. The credential is then presented to the OSS updater. Audit information returns to the system. OSS Standard Offline Integration extends your existing access control strategy into environments that were previously difficult or expensive to manage.